Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us. What? No!
I can't believe it. No! Take a few more moments to think closely before you go destroy your friends' homes next time.
That's a lot of damage!
You'd stabbed with a steel garrote.
Avowed is a game that lets you be evil, so I'm gonna be evil in it. Let's go. Okay, but first, I guess I should explain the premise. I'm an envoy of the Adiran Empire, sent to the lawless frontier of the Living Lands to investigate a plague. There are two overall ways you can go about your duties: sympathize and compromise with the inhabitants, or crush their windpipes under the boot of Adir. I'm going with the latter, simply out of morbid curiosity. Let's turn the Living Lands into the Deadlands, shall we? Now, we're gonna need someone charming, someone dashing, someone to woo the Living Lands to our bosom. Ah yes. Perfect. With red eyes to judge your soul with. You know what, last time I bonked everything with a massive hammer, so let's be a mage instead. I like the smell of burning and frostbitten flesh. Smart, stubborn, and tough as nails. Sounds like a good combo. Say hello to Glimbus Brimbus, everyone. Jesus. Where the hell am...
Envoy, over here.
Is that a Furby?
The name's Garrick, sir.
Oh, it's Garrus. Wait, no, that's another blue companion. Either way, I don't need you. I think I can handle this solo. What's the... Oh, essential NPCs. Great. Let me guess, this thing's essential... Oh, you can kill it. Well, now I just feel bad. Nah, just kidding. Alright, come here, you damn bootleg kobolds.
Gods, it's a bloodbath.
Aw, I missed out on the fun. After looting around, I come across a giant piece of crystal meth that talks to me.
Will you rise from slumber? Is it you?
Assuming this isn't just withdrawal symptoms, rocks aren't supposed to talk, so I try to correct the natural order. It was worth a shot. Unfortunately, you don't get any kind of magic until a bit later in the tutorial, so I stick to humiliating some lizards with my wacky stick. And then I meet Kate from Fallout 4.
About time. Oh gods! What's the matter with your face?
You know, I was gonna help you till you said that, but now you die. Of course.
Adir's had their boots on Paradise since their first soldiers came.
'Cause the place is pure chaos.
Did you not think we liked it that way? I have to smuggle just to get anything past your damn checkpoints.
Shit-talking the Empire, are we? Welp, you won't be needing that boat.
You're leaving me here to die! Oh, fuck you! Adiran snakes, get lost!
I still don't have any spells yet, but there is one thing I can cast. Arrow. Oh, Garrus, is that your girlfriend? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, now we know she's dead for certain. Finally, we get access to a proper spell book and a wand, which I use to Harry Potter my way through the Zorup's turf.
Magic missile! Magic missile! Magic missile! Magic missile! Magic missile! Magic missile! I'm out of mana! I need a pop!
Yeesh, I can already tell this guy looks insane. Let me just put him out of his... should have figured.
You can't kill me!
Yeah, dude, I kinda figured that out.
You can't kill me!
As I pelt him with spells and dart around to avoid his hammer, Garrus distracts the Irish gal, which is much appreciated. His hammer magnetizes to me like I'm made out of hematite though, so I have to be careful.
Yeah.
Eventually, I whittle him down and finish him off with a stun attack.
Magic missile!
Closer, we twine.
Oh, fuck off, you stupid piece of rock. Welp, off to Paradise. Huh. Another companion that's forced on you. But I bet I can... nope. They put up a force spell. Alright, let's get this over with.
Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late.
Hey, name's Glimbus Brimbus. Lady, show some respect.
Ugh, shit. Your face, it's so...
Yeah, I know. Perfect.
You know the Inquisitor? Dare I ask how? After? Gods help us.
Yeah, so what? I like to get boned.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Now that I have a blue scaly pirate with me, I take up a job to kill some more scaly bastards in some lady's cabin. But first, I commit a Skyrim by slaughtering some poor farmer's chickens. Although they don't attack me for this, I can tell my actions have led to them being dead inside. I skirt around the edge of town until I come to a lighthouse, which I climb all the way to the tippy top for a God Shrine fragment. Gonna be real with you, Chief, I never bothered with these on my last playthrough, and I'm not starting now. This is Avowed, not Banjo-Kazooie. I do get some armor and materials at the very least. Will this kill me? Nah, I'd win. I practice my magic on some future handbags.
My lane costs more than your rent.
And then see some inane 3-year-old level scribbles that wouldn't be fit to hang on my fridge. This levels me up, where I put points into intellect for more magic juice, and get a perk to make my armor less itchy so I can focus. Well, with no life lesson learned from this experience, I give the lady an existential crisis.
You think so? Not that I disagree, but... all I want is to belong somewhere. Maybe I'm just not meant to.
And turn her into an emo.
Oh, you're here. Come to see your favorite lost soul again?
All in a day's work. I then go up a tower to beat up a woman, but don't worry, it's consensual. And I'm sure to give her a completely fair fight that won't result in permanent tissue scarring from frostbite.
In Magran's name, prepare yourself!
Here we go!
All right, I see. Well done.
Yeah, get that weak shit out of here. On the way to the Strangle Route, I come across some grave robbers who I promptly rob in return in GTFO. I then burn some spiders with a lighter and a can of hairspray, kill a bear through death by 1,000 mosquito bites, and squish some beetles before that stupid voice shows up again to pester me. Thinking nothing of it, I turn some fed bears into dead bears by feeding them magic. And then face off against the mama. My wand does almost nothing to her, so it's mostly a battle of attrition as I keep dodging and chugging healing potions, while she keeps hawk-2ing me and charging me with her claws. I get a stun attack in the middle of the fight, and then, with a final charge blast, turn her into funfetti that has been put in the microwave for 5 minutes. Don't ask how I know what that looks like.
Take that, you monstrosity!
Speaking with the ambassador, a spineless coward whom I accuse of murder.
This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. Envoy!
He raises a fair question.
On my honor as your countryman, his death was not of my doing.
He begins to tell me more about the infection when that damn voice pops up in my head again. Okay, time to confront this bastard and get them to leave me alone.
We wake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. We have been alone, adrift for so long, and you scorn us. So cruel, so cold, your words cut deeper than our chains. We would have given you such a gift, but you scorn us. Face your perils alone, but do not call for us in your need.
Well, that was annoying. On the plus side, rejecting this weirdo's unsolicited Amazon package gets me an extra skill point as compensation. Setting up camp, I upgrade both my wand and my book as much as I can, and make some well-deserved meals and drinks for myself. I'm stopped by two bridge men on the way to Paradise, whom I oblige their request to make it quick.
Let's make it quick.
Good.
I can tell the locals here love me, as not only did they give me free magic practice, they gift me an arrow and a free sample of poison. How sweet! Honestly, I'd rather die than listen to you ramble any longer.
You do not understand. There will be no next life for you. Your soul is imprisoned here. Accept our gift and free us in return.
You know, I kinda wish you could choose to be trapped here with this voice for all eternity and get a bad ending, but whatever. Back to the mortal plane I go. Whoever tried to assassinate me needs to pay.
They've sabotaged our soldiers, killed you out in the open, and the final straw, attacked our work.
And Kai knows just the dwarf who could help me track them down. I level up, putting a point into Grimoire Mastery, wand damage, and better magic cost for armor, and getting my intellect even higher. This is truly big brain time. I then purchased two very important upgrades, Bothiel's Grimoire and Scholar's Advantage. Scholar's Advantage makes my wand straight up better in every way, so I slap it on without hesitation. I attempt to intimidate the leader of the Robin Finches.
This is my district.
Oh, you wanna go? You wanna go, buddy? Okay, he doesn't want to go. And when that doesn't work, resort to murdering them instead.
You should know, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness.
Oh god. It's me, Mario! It turns out Juliana was smuggling in a herb known as Fetus deletus, which is banned in Adir. Time to get some bootlicking points.
No, he doesn't. I know what happens when the Steel Garrote comes to town. You have no idea what I'm willing to sink to. Take your fee and go. Don't ever darken my door again.
Trust me, your place won't have a door to darken soon. Just like how the Vulture Ospreys won't have any lives soon.
I was just getting warmed up.
Always fun to clean scum off the streets. I get the papers for an Adiran couple that needs my help, and after a short jog past some ghosts, get the anti-blindness herb as well. Only problem is, the couple are murderous outlaws in cahoots with smugglers.
Maybe you could look the other way on this one. What are two fugitives to an empire anyway?
You don't know me very well, Kai.
Understood. I shall dispatch agents of the Steel Garrote at once. We have the means to provide for those who lend assistance.
You've sent them to their deaths. You and your empire gain nothing from this.
No, Kai. I earn EXP and gold from this, thank you very much. I then encounter some more outlaws hiding in an alley. However, I find a spot to cheese them where they can't reach me. They try to pelt me with stones to surprising effectiveness, but I'm able to chip them away and gain access to the spoils. I also encounter a dissident protesting in public, so I do the only reasonable thing. A magic repellent field. Clever. Reporting the illegal herbs to the ambassador, to ensure more people are born in the future which I can kill for funsies, I stop an obvious terrorist attempt. I mean, only a terrorist would show a sliver of midriff that marginal. Just glad nothing blew up. First things first, I get a soul examination from some hermit living in a mountain, to which I am told that, yes, there is some weird entity stalking my soul like a crazy ex. Didn't need a watcher to tell me that. Next is finding Marius, whose first instinct upon being insulted is to poison the drinks of the insultees. I think I like this guy already.
Wait until you get to know him.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods.
You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain. Whoa.
Marius.
Whoa.
Marius.
Whoa.
Doing some Mirror's Edge level parkour leads me to...
Kids. A fish. A fish with kids. Titty fish.
Ahem. To the alchemist for answers, and since I already saved his ass from the penguin puffins, he spills the beans on my poison after I threaten him with death by Lodwyn. I put a point into resolve as wands cost stamina, not essence, and allow my wand to ricochet like I'm in a spaghetti western. In the Claviger's Manor lies a band of bandits, and while they hit surprisingly hard, I use the unique grimoire I have to whack them with a giant Twizzler, give them the cold shoulder, and fart in their face, scoring me the win. A bit of detective work for dummies later.
Envoy, over there. Looks like a note.
Oh, thanks, Marius. Not like I actually wanted to play the game. And I find out that Claviger was in cahoots with the rebels, and that I need to go to a temple next. The altar girl here is too dodgy to trust, so I decide to let her meet her maker. She's pretty tough, but by using the aforementioned fart-in-your-face power to heal, I take her out as she tries to climb over a pew. Not a dignified death, but effective nonetheless. I go under the temple and proceed to give every paradisant in there a ticket to paradise. My killer tries to spin some bullshit about fighting for the cause and destiny, but I say, fuck that, why not recite it while Lodwyn's slow broiling you in a brazen bowl?
No less than I expected.
I could have simply killed him right then and there, but he deserves it to be painful, slow, and humiliating. Of course, when Captain Alfear is facing a minor inconvenience, I act like a complete Karen for the Empire.
Reason prevails.
Leave it to an Adiran to complicate the simplest job for the dumbest reasons.
I then report back to the ambassador when... Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? I joke about her being a dommy mommy, but I think even the game knows what's up.
There is a dim corner of my memory that you occupy. Old feelings I thought long since banished. I will observe you with interest.
She makes it clear that the Dream Scourge is not her priority. Political upheaval and dominance at all costs is.
Should you cross paths with Lodwyn? Well, try not to.
Oh, you have no idea, Hilgard.
A life for life. Did it please you?
Oh, fuck off.
Hatred like a wire.
What? Poor guy. Oh no, Garrus. Whatever, free target practice. Huh, I wonder what's down there. Okay, never mind. Here we're introduced to a new enemy type, mushroom people. I can sort of relate as I look like a clicker from The Last of Us, but that doesn't stop me from defending myself. Anyways, this DeviantArt OC wants me to retrieve a vase for her on top of some ruins, but not before I blatantly steal from her.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't care. Want to try to stop me? The ruins have some more fun guys, who are easily dispatched, and I find the vase at the very top, which I attempt to shatter into 1,000 pieces to hear her mortified reaction. Unfortunately, you can't break this vase unlike every other vase in the game, which you can, so I hand it to her in exchange for information.
Oh, holding my vase hostage. I respect that. Oh, you're one of those.
Heading to the farms, I see that they're using rotting corpses to tend to the crops they're supposed to eat. Aren't you worried about getting diseases, guys? I try to put the poor bastard out of his misery, but apparently they're too humanoid for the game to consider them killable. Luckily, after digging through one's guts, I find a feral one that I am allowed to kill. Doing so will prove handy later on. Speaking of people who will be useful later on... Okay, I'm not sure if this guy will, but I have a good feeling. Oh, come on, that's bullshit. That tarp should have broken my fall. Whatever, I take the lame-o way down, make some bacon, and agree to help some farmer find his missing crops, although solely for inflicting violence upon the starving people who stole them. On the way, I try out some of the spells from my new Tome of Elements, and... yeah, it's pretty neat. I also fight some bootleg Spriggans, and as you can imagine, they're very susceptible to being turned into tinder. I continue my streak of disrespecting the dead by showing some skeletons a bad time. In return, I get a sword that is useless to me, but still, I can always appreciate mindless violence. Also, I can sell it. While murder hoboing around, I come across a cave full of my favorite kind of people, the Steel Garret. There's no option to say I want to help with whatever they're doing, unfortunately, but I can bribe them as I leave. Ah well, their loss. No spoilers, but I would have made their grand plan for this place much easier for them. As I skirt around the main city, I come across a nod to Tarhiel from Morrowind. Looks like his soul flew too close to the sun. Although I think this sound effect would have been more fitting. I then come across another insane person, only this one is still kicking. I nonchalantly put her out of her misery and take her sweet melons for myself.
If I ever get like that, put me down on the spot.
I think I'll save us all the time and do it now, Marius. Finally coming across the filthy rebels who tried to kill me, I show no quarter as I end their food problems, permanently. While helping a farmer retrieve his crops isn't exactly evil, the justice of Wodeka is more important. I then cheese the friend of that crazy woman by hiding on a ledge and pelting him with spells. My companions distract them so they don't fire too many projectiles at me, scoring me another win against the rainbow mushrooms. Returning the food in exchange for money, which you could have used to buy more food so it evens itself out, I finally stop fucking around and get to the main story, heading into Fior Messi Verno. The first face I see is that lovely Steel Garret lady, so at least I'm not alone in this den of animancy. Heading to the governor, and he says something that I find very familiar.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Since Giata's being a Karen, I side with the governor at every opportunity, although she doesn't show an ounce of scorn towards me for it, and I'm forced to take her along. Doesn't help that the governor banishes her from the city, giving her even more of a reason to pal around. Of course, my fierce devotion to the Steel Garret and Adir doesn't make an Animancer appeal to me, but I guess I have no choice. Before that, I turn in the fates of the rangers to one of them in the bar for some EXP, and a ring that increases ranged weapon damage. I don't know if that works on wands or if they count as magic, but just to be safe, I forgot about it for the rest of the run. Besides, I like my bonus healing ring better. Giata's first assignment for me is to get the professional opinion of 3 Animancers. I already helped Roselle, so she spills the beans without effort. Talking to her levels me up, where I get a perk to give my wand AoE damage and put another point into resolve. Next is getting interrogated for being a mushroom man, and I make sure to be as unhelpful as possible.
Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike's vacant gaze betrays an unquenchable thirst for violence.
Finally, we have getting an Adra heart from the Queen of the Bootleg Spriggans, and that's easier said than done. Stealth doesn't work, so I use the age-old tactic of running for the hills. Even though I didn't attack any of the tree people here, the Queen is still pissed as hell at me. This is probably the hardest fight you'll face at this point in the game. There are several unique enemies that are quite tanky and have a variety of abilities to boot, as well as built-in shields. Other monsters constantly swarm you to distract you and whittle you down. The arena is quite cramped, and the hippies have an electric Gatling gun attack that can easily kill you in one use. I make sure to dodge out of the way to waste their projectiles as best I can, and combine this with constant strafing and using my abilities when they're available, especially Fireball. In the end, while it's still not easy by any means and I go through quite a few healing potions, fire still does quite a lot of damage to the queen, and once she's by herself, she's not that hard to take down. Now with the Heart of Lorcan,
come Nerevar, come and look upon the heart.
I get the equivalent of Doc Mitchell's quiz from New Vegas.
I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Chrysalis.
Hands reach through a mirror.
Hello, you're still with me?
Next is getting Giata's fancy stick, and to do this I have to head into her basement. Her parents were turned into Ents in an accident. The boring kind, not the cool kind. At least this makes it easy to take the stick and leave. Before bringing up her parents' death, I make sure to steal from her, and then proceed to diminish her feelings at every turn. After all, they aren't important. Finding Naku Tebek is. Inside, Giata does some soly-moly stuff to try and pinpoint the Dream Scourge, which conveniently opens up a door. The ruins contain some more mushroom men and skelly boys, who I noticed are getting a lot tougher than the ones I've faced before. That may be a concern. The electric water I can just skip through and tank, as the damage is minimal. The enemies in the next room, however, well... That was the first time I've died that wasn't on purpose for the sake of a joke. After that reality check, I go to the nearby camp to cook some food and upgrade my equipment as much as I can. Now that I'm coming in with a fresh start and a clear head, I fare much better. I then let my soul get grabbed by the Aedra's hentai tentacles before coming face to face with... Yeah, I'm not one to judge based on appearances, but you got something growing on your, coming out of your everything. I act as rude as possible towards maple syrup.
Alone we have been, and alone you leave us still. Your cruelty wounds us. You seek our aid even as you reject us. You who walk free under sun and stars, you speak to us of choice.
And reject their gift, as I don't want to be in debt to... that. All that matters is that I know where to go next, to Baru Sinakis. But when I leave, well...
Oh my god, no!
Andras Devs. This was no accident.
Huh, good. I needed someplace to roast my marshmallows. As we go to check on the town, oddly, the Stilgaret are hostile to me, despite us getting along pretty well. I just ignore them, as I don't want to interfere with their cleaning up of the stragglers, and see that, unfortunately, they didn't do a very thorough job. I would rally up all the Stilgaret to come clean out this camp, but the game doesn't want to let you have fun. The game also doesn't let you actively celebrate or agree with the massacre, only passively tolerate it. My Stilgaret roleplay might be falling apart, but I'm still committed to being as much of a douchebag as possible. I convinced the stragglers to go to Paradise, that way they'll be surrounded when we come to correct them, level up, maxing out Grimoire Mastery, and make my way to Shatterscarp only to be stopped by the lovely Captain Alfear. Again, no options to outright be on her side, but at least the game doesn't force you to insult her or anything. Count your blessings and all that.